we came to shut it down. I'm like, we came to shut it down. I'm like, we came to shut it down. Nah, I don't need no help.
RassKass in the building. We're invading the West Coast. One of the best lyricists of all time. And the funny thing is, unexpectedly, he's on time because I'm never on time and I'm upset about it. Shout out to the real because I had a whole speech to give, but I can't give y'all this speech. And I want y'all to know, girls are whores. I had to put that out there because it's just not going to change. And you need to get down with the program, get you an open relationship, and go with it because they don't care about it. Shout out to RassKass. Shout out to my people. Highly Dysfunctional. Season premiere, season 3. I don't care. We working at it. We go live. I'm putting them in because they rushing me to get them on.
Season 3, right?
It's me, RassKass. What's good, baby?
The world premiere, season 3, huh? We on?
For me, it's the world premiere. I've been working hard, and I'm still gonna keep working. And I did so many shows that I didn't know what I was doing because I don't know nothing about the internet, and it was during COVID. So it's season 3 because I can't put all this shit in season 1. My hope is they're gonna go back and check everything I did. But listen, I'm talking to RassKass. So this is about me. I'm Smash Evans. I'm talking to the legendary RassKass. I grew up on his raps. And listen, this is a big fucking deal. For me, shout out to the real. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, Smash. Congrats, man. I caught how you just came in knocking it out the park, huh? Girls are whores.
I'm all the way wound up right now. I'm all the way wound up. I did Freeway the other day. He had me off guard. Shout out to Freeway. He's a beautiful person. Just get right into it. Because I know you had some trouble with DWI. And I don't even want to bring that up if you don't want me to bring that up.
It's all good. I mean, shit, I'm here. I'm open book.
And this is nigga shit here. We doing real nigga shit here. So listen. Look, I got people behind me. They trying to tell me, yo, calm down. They don't want you to cut the camera off. RassKass,
I'm here.
How was life? You from Cali. You're a legendary lyricist. I want to know how the game treated you, where you at right now, how you feel about it. But you're still relevant. You're still relevant right now.
I'm breathing. My mama loves me.
When I look at your story, you've been through a lot.
Yeah. I mean, ask away. Like right now, I'm good. I'm blessed. Like actually, on some real shit. As of last night, we finished the new project. So this was like my celebration day. I'm geeked. I'm doing a project we call it The Gutter. So The Gutter is me, Havoc from Mobb Deep, and RJ Payne out of Philly. So we just finished that album as of last night. So so geeked right now. Like I turned in everything. Have got to do a little gumbo, put the sauce on the tracks or whatever. And then Freeway actually on the album. He did one of the songs called Stop Playing. So he on the album. So,
yeah, that's beautiful. That's full circle for me.
Full circle.
Always in promote mode because I only got so many fans, so we got to keep things going, and I appreciate that. So what's been going on, man? I know you just told me a lot, but what's really been going on?
Shit, I mean, honestly, I just keep my head down and work, bro. I work. COVID had everybody fucked up. Then COVID over with, niggas. So everybody been tripping. Niggas want to shoot everybody. Niggas want to fight all the time. I just been chilling, and then I'm traveling, man. I just be trying to get out of town, see some new shit, fuck around, do some new shit. That's
a lot of touring. That's what you do. You do a lot of touring because you're a lyricist. You're like a rap, what we call a rapper's rapper inside, and you're underrated to the masses. So I don't want to diss. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to know who RassKass really is, man.
Niggas bit my shit. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. That was my line. I made that shit.
No, that's a
So
fact.
You trademarked that.
Niggas steal my line. Like my whole shit to say I'm underrated. Niggas took that too. But no, I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
That's
Unless the nigga's going like if the nigga's a 2011 nigga, I don't know. His favorite rapper could be some nigga in a dress or something. I don't know. But that ain't me.
Because I'm doing this and I don't know either. And I'm trying to get in touch with some of the youngsters. I like some of the young guys. Kodak Black. Shout out to Moneybag Yo. I like those guys. But it's been taking me a moment to get in.
Them niggas ain't, well, Kodak Black is a younger dude, but Moneybag Yo, them niggas ain't younger. Them niggas ain't 22. You know what I'm saying? It's just, no, I'm saying niggas, Kendrick ain't young. Them niggas ain't 22. People think overnight success. I always tell people like it took 10 years for a nigga to be an overnight success. So just because you recognize somebody popping don't mean they didn't have a hard struggle and a long line of work. So a lot of those dudes ain't kids. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those brothers is 34, 38-year-old brothers, because for the first 10 years when they started, it was a long road and a journey, and then they got on maybe 10 years ago, so they got on at like 28, 30. You know what I mean? Shit like that. No disrespect to them. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying niggas ain't spring chickens. Niggas ain't like, and niggas ain't go Bow Wow age shit when he was little baby ass niggas. Niggas ain't kids.
Yeah, exactly what you said. But how do you feel about the younger generation? Do you have anybody that you want to work? I want to get into it all, but I'm gonna go here first because I'm gonna go with the flow.
I'm biased. I'm biased. My sons just went viral. So that group, Coach Contra, that's two of them niggas is my twin boys with me with Teacher Moses.
Okay, well, blessings to you.
Yeah, thank you. So they pop right now. They got a freestyle that did 3 million. They actually got their first show in New York.
They did 3 million.
Yeah, they rocking. They did Chappelle's the one where the nigga ran up and grabbed him. The niggas Chappelle put them on. They opened up and not like early, like nosebleed o'clock. Like literally, they performed and then Chappelle came out. So these little niggas is out of here. So congrats to Coach Contra, and that's my nigga. Shouts out to Corday.
Are they from LA?
Corday put him on his tour, so niggas is rocking out. So it's a lot of dope young dudes.
Are they from LA?
Yeah, born and raised.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So out of the LA scene, man, you know what I'm saying? You sound like a New York nigga, always. You can't do nothing.
You sound like Kid Capri.
And
He always tell me that when I was little.
You're not from New York.
I'm not, man. I studied the craft, man. I think I take the compliment as this because I still talk about shit from a West Coast perspective. My even my twang when I'm talking, it's just my favorite rappers. Well, shit, rap started in New York, so obviously the first niggas I ever heard was Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, and you know what I'm saying. But then I'm a big fan of NWA, Ice Cube, and I'm a big fan of Scarface. So I'm the collection of all the people before me. You know, Biggie, Nas, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Redman. You know, whatever. Every nigga, so many dope niggas, especially that era. The era before me was some of the greatest. Yeah, period.
About Redman, Pharoah Monch, and lyricists. So you know, a lot of people don't appreciate them, but I feel like you appreciate them. So when you talk about hip hop, is that who you talking about?
Yes, I am. And you know what? You got to remember, your superstars in rap tend to come out of the lyricists. So Biggie was a lyricist. He just learned how to sell a lot of records. LL Cool J was a battle rapper. He was a lyricist. Niggas be forgetting, some niggas. Now, some of the niggas that come out that win are trash rap, but a lot of the ones with the sustaining power are lyricists. Jay-Z can rhyme. Eminem is a lyricist. All them niggas that your top echelon, the new people that or they argue about who's successful. So even your Kendricks and your J. Cole's niggas is really backpack rap. That's technically at the end of the day, you got to call it lyricism. The Jada Kiss niggas got bars.
Do you see yourself as a backpack rapper though?
Depends on how you call it. So I had a backpack when I was a kid. My friends will tell you this. I kept a 40 ounce in my backpack and I kept a burner, but I had a rhyme book in there too. So I don't care. I don't think it's nothing wrong. I had a JanSport. I remember my JanSport.
JanSport.
Them niggas had dope
JanSport
in their
too.
JanSport. It's still backpack. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm not against the term backpack, but I'm probably wasn't a nerdy. Yeah, come on, dude. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that dude.
I feel like you give it up how it is, but you got a lot of West Coast rappers, and you know the new rappers, the new ones that's coming out. They got more of lyricism with them. You got to talk about the Kendricks, and we talking about you being a Kendrick before Kendrick. Then we got the other ones that's not so much lyrical.
Right.
And you know, how is that in Cali? How are you meshing with all that?
Oh man, we always existed.
Priority Records.
Yeah.
And I don't know shit about the industry. I'm just giving my opinion. A lot of people messed up by fucking with them. So I want to know, but some people have won. And I just want to know, coming up in the street, I want you to tell the people about the industry and how you dealt with that, because you got a record deal, then you got another record deal. They say I'm speeding, but I know you get it. So it's whatever. Mind your business. I got this.
I was indie, so we did Patchworks, which is salute to Patchwork Studios in Atlanta. So we kind of, and the Patch is a neighborhood in Carson, in my city. So, you know, salute to my city. We indirectly really became a major contribution and foundation of hip hop in Atlanta. And then the second wave is my stupid cousin Blue, and that's with the BMF shit. So we kind of indirectly, my city is responsible for a lot of terrorism. We did some good, some bad, some indifferent. So free Big Meech, you know what I'm saying? But everybody, everybody that came. So
I don't mention that to say you're part of a
legendary shit. We've done legendary shit. But as far as to priority, yeah, man, you know, Reasonable Doubt came out on priority. So I always give that example. Jay-Z's first album came out on priority, and it didn't do well. Not because the album wasn't incredible, it's just they didn't get it. And the only reason why the record really was able to be heard was because Russell was trying to blow up Foxy, and he took the single, the B-side, Ain't No Nigga, was the B-side of Dead Presidents, and he put it on the I believe it was Who's the Man soundtrack. And that was like 3 or 4 months after the album was out. The album was considered a flop. I didn't think so. You know, as far as hip-hop heads in New York was giving it run, but it wasn't performing. And so Priority, I say that to say this, Priority Records had they had Organized Confusion. So you said Pharoah Monch. They had Boot Camp Click, which is, shit, Smith and Wesson, Black Moon. They had RassKass. They had Jay-Z. And they fucked off a lot of our careers. I don't think they had the vision for us. But on the flip side, they did very good for Snoop Dogg, very good for Ice Cube, very good for NWA. I don't think they understood lyrical hip hop. They had a very good grasp on how to sell gangster rap, quote unquote. Although I still think Ice Cube is our first West Coast lyricist. I feel like Cube was barring niggas out. He said gangster shit, but so did Schoolie D, so did fucking Kool G Rap. You can't tell me that nigga can't rap. And Kool G Rap is super gangster, but the nigga bar out, and Cube was doing that too. So they didn't know how to market a more lyrical or East Coast approach to gangster shit or street shit. And that's kind of why the Jay-Z project, his project, didn't perform the way it was supposed to initially, and kind of why my records didn't perform the way they should have. Having the same, having the Dr. Dre records and having, you know what I'm saying? Like, having that setup, having the greatest of the greatest, being blessed to be a nigga that can have a RZA on an album at the same time as a Dre. I was supposed to be out of here, but they didn't know how to market it. But shit happens.
And you were supposed to be out of here. But the thing is, you've been around greatness. So that means part of greatness. So you had a record deal that fell because you was in jail. And I'm a jailbird, so I'm not trying to diss. So I'm bringing it up, but I know they say, because a lot of times I do this because I don't know what I'm doing. And they be like, oh, you're talking about negatives. And it's like, the show is about negative to positive. So I've been in jail and I'm trying to turn my life around. So you did that, and then you had another record deal, and you still relevant right now. And
man,
you do
it's
that.
growing. You know what? For me, I just try to. I enjoy what I do for one, and this hip hop shit, this music industry shit. This is you said girls are whores. The music industry is the biggest whore ever. She fucking everybody. She is gonna give everything. And then you the one dating her and giving her all the shit, and I give you my heart and I give you my bars, bitch. Like, so what? I'm gonna fuck this trap nigga over here.
Goofy ass nigga.
So hip hop, for me, I enjoy what I do, and I've been blessed, 20 plus years, 24, 25 years since I was a kid, since I was like 15, 16, doing this shit professionally. So, and I ain't got all the Bentleys, but I've been able to make a living out of it. This is what I do for a living. So I count myself blessed. I keep that attitude about it. And it ain't over with yet. I want the bag too. I want what I say in the old rap. I said I want the mansion and the yacht and all that shit them rich whack rappers got. I want that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sell my ass for it, and I'm not gonna make trash ass music for it.
So no. Did you with the labels, because you had so many deals. You've been working on albums with Dre. You had Kanye in the studio, and I got a name drop because this is what I do. And you've been a part of so much greatness. So many people believed in what you got. Not one, did you get discouraged along the journey?
Of course. I think my second, I had 2 rodeos, you know what I'm saying, 2 times in the pen. And that second time, I should just kick my ass because, just a year in the pen, it ain't really the time. It's like, it's what you missing out on. Like, shit happening. And you like, fuck, I could, damn, nigga. And if I was just out, I could do this. I could make this happen. Because, you sit in the pen, you got a whole plan. Like, nigga, I got it worked out. When I get out, I'm do this, do that. And it really work like that. So I was definitely discouraged, like, oh, my life's over with. I ruined it. Like, everything's going to happen. Because you got to remember, some of these niggas are my peers, homies, friends. Some are even my friends. So when you start watching the new niggas lapping you, Slaughterhouse and, Crooked Eye and now fucking Royce, nigga got 35 albums out, nigga. I'm still stuck on, album number 3.
Products of you. I wonder how you feel about that too. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just, I'm saying. So that's when I would get discouraged. Like, out here, at least you got a shot. And there, if you got a date, you got a shot. But you gotta wait till that date, and that shit'll drive you fucking crazy. Like, yo, I gotta get out of here, make some moves, and get this money, and I want to get up. And them niggas was at the spot, and I want to be at the spot too, because the shit look popping, So that shit'll drive you crazy if you let it. You got like some niggas don't know how to gel. It's unfortunate. No, I'm grateful. I'm blessed. But it could be a fucked up thing. I know how to gel. We call it gelling. So I know how to, process my time, do what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't drive myself crazy. But I did get anxious a couple of times. Like, yo, nigga, I want to get the fuck out. A cool thing, and I do want to shout a couple people out. Stupid 40 Glock, fucking Busta Rhymes, and Mobb Deep, rest in peace, Prodigy. Because I would talk on the phone to be, I talk to these niggas sometimes. Pen like, yo, what the fuck going on? Like, yo, we at the concert. So the niggas, I could live through the homies. I was able to make a, do a call and talk to niggas that was in the mix, and you know what I'm saying, and kind of be there for a little bit for that 15 minutes. Like, yo, niggas popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, little bitch get on the phone, hi, RassKass. Like, nigga, yeah, so when I get out, niggas popping.
Like me. Shout out to the real. Shout out to RassKass. Yeah. You need that, and it's love. The love is important. I tell people wrapped up, because I did a lot of time, and I tell people, man, you need people on the outside. Don't underestimate people on the outside. Don't come in here thinking that it's about you, even though we got to do it to our women because they step on you. But, man, people on the outside keeping you alive is important. And you can get discouraged. I've seen a lot of brothers get discouraged, and they're not the same. They robots. They different. So it's important. It's important. I don't want to get too heavy into it, but
let me say one thing. Let me throw one out to agree with you. Let me add on with that. Send a nigga mail, bro. I'm telling you, every day, mail day, man, you watch a nigga heart broke, they don't call his name. Nigga been waiting for one letter all week. Nigga don't get that. That nigga about to fire on somebody. He gonna start a riot if this nigga don't get this letter. He telling you, send if you got somebody you give a fuck about in the locked up right now. You know, if the nigga ain't got a cell phone, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
It's different time, yeah.
But still, niggas want to get some mail, man. Niggas, I'm telling you,
Show
that mail.
some love. Show some love. Get out. And it's important. So you're being one of the greatest lyricists. I mean, this is just my opinion. That and you know, I've been in and out of jail, so I ain't caught up with everything you did. And you know, the white people keep mad that I keep mentioning that I've been. But shout out to the real. I'm here with RassKass, and I'm here for a reason. Fuck off. Yeah, I've been in jail, and I'm talking to him. So listen. Yeah, fuck that. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's a good thing. So you made me lose my train of thought. You doing that, and you being. How do you get back into society? How did you get back into rap? How did you deal with people who doubting you? Because you just didn't have to get back in rap. Like, you was somebody. Because I'm in New York, so I know about you. I know about you for 1,000 years. And I don't mean that. I was, you know, you was always nice. That's all. That's all. That's what I mean.
I'm nice. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know, I ain't shit without my extended family. My friends are my family. The niggas I rock with, I do my business with, get my money, do my dirt with, whatever. It's been niggas really the homies that held me down, and those ladies, you know, that, you know, whatever. Even if just a homegirl or down ass homegirl go a long way. So, you know, I had to get back on my feet. I kind of started from scratch after the second rodeo. That's when all the bread ran out. I was like, oh shit, it's over, bro. So that shit's scary. Like, I do remember, like, technically having my nephew stole my fucking. I had a beefy watch. This nigga stole. He's a scumbag. I'll put that out there. You a fuck boy. My uncle nephew. He a fuck boy. But so I couldn't hurt him because he related to me. But, you know, whatever. The nigga sold all my jewelry was gone, and they give you, I think when we pro bro, $200. And I kind of only had the $200 bro, at the time. Now, you know, there was gonna be some publishing checks coming, you know, whatever. I knew something was coming, but just when you come, like, I can only imagine how, you know, just a nigga that burnt every bridge. Like, I know I can never go back again. I've burnt every bridge. Nobody's giving me a third shot at the title. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go fight.
Just like that right now.
Yeah, back against the wall. But you're doing the right thing. Talk your shit right here on Highly Dysfunctional, episode 3. And raise these numbers up. We gonna be out of here, nigga.
Man, listen. You work with Dre.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I gotta, you know, even if you did it, you know what I'm saying? You had a little something with game. What's going on with that today?
Man, he's not relevant, man. I don't want to talk about that dude. I don't care about that dude. Look, you can look at what he's doing with his life, and he's pretty lame. So I just don't even promote that. Like, go look at his TikTok or something and figure out what that guy's on. Me, I've been on keeping it honest, my opinions about dude. But I'm moving on to positive shit about me and you and some success and money. Like, bird niggas, I don't promote. I just don't.
I don't want you to promote it, but it's important. I gotta do all the sound bites because I'm a rookie, so I gotta do everything.
I'm good.
Shout out to you for that. And I know you always keep it real, but I gotta mention it, and you gotta say what it is. Bar for bar. That's your thing.
Right.
And that's your thing. So what's your top 5? What's because I think that you would have a different top 5 than I would have.
I just think I don't have I think that's the most unfair shit. I really am a fan, like a student of this shit, and it's too many nice niggas. And it's different. Like, see, there's like, all right. So just hear me out.
It's a real rap.
There's 5 categories of rap. Some niggas is storytellers. So nigga, Ice Cube, G-Rap. That's just some stories.
First
and you
off,
talk to RassKass, and then I'll finish it.
This is my RassKass. So for me, you definitely one of the nicest pens, and I look at rap as you do, as categories. I like to do peer groups. It's too hard to do 5 for me.
Right.
It's too hard to do 5. I like peer groups, timing, and stuff like that. So
Smart.
for me, I pocket you with my favorite rapper, Black Thought. I pocket you in a Black Thought wordplay, Eminem, but it's different because you could hear the drops of the street,
right,
Biggie-ish, where it's kind of plain. If that makes sense, where you kind of make it easier for the listener, but you know a nigga like me's listening, so you pen it up. And that's what I love about RassKass. He's definitely the nicest. I think he's nicer than Pharoah Monch. Like if I had a choice, like yo, you want to see a versus? I would do a bar versus. I would do.
It's different. It's different. Yeah, a versus because
versus will be dope.
Some niggas got bars. So
I would do
yes,
sure. Bar versus. I can't do like you got commercial joints. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we know him. But bar wise. Ball, like, come on, son. That would be great. Him and Thought is the only ones that could do that, probably.
And you know, the crazier thing is, like, you know, I consider them, like, if I was a freshman, even the Black Thoughts in them, because they came out, those like 94, 95 niggas. I'm a
93, 94. That was Stretching Barbito days.
Right. But I mean,
like
bubbling, so I was coming across those brothers. But yeah, my peer group is still like Outkast, because it's still 95, 96. And then really the bigger brothers is Tupac, Nas, Biggie, Redman, you know, all those. So Common, because Common was Common
a little before you.
He ascended.
So all the niggas is like the 92, 93 niggas.
Yeah, that's how I got more ho-ho-hos than a Jolly's Green Giant. For sure. But nah, so a couple questions. How do you, when you write a song, is it like, all right, I'm writing this song, or you just get taken away like, yo, I'm just writing, and you're gonna make it, pick a beat that fit what you write? Like, what's your process?
So a lot of the first album and then a lot of the more important songs, I just write it first, and then I gotta try to find a backdrop to this record. And it's a lot of the bar out records, I'm just barring out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get shit off my chest, or somebody, you know, I heard a rhyme or I heard a record where somebody just wrecked the fucking record. I'm like, you know what? I need one of them. I just write. I'm going for acapella, really. So then I'm just trying to put a beat around it because I'm really trying to write something to impress other MCs. And then then the other reverses also too. So when you're trying to, you know, Drake kind of taught us, like, you know, I had a tendency to fight the beat. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you're fighting the beat. But when you battle rapping and it's some hip hop shit, that's kind of what you think DMX was doing. He was kind of fighting the beat. But he, you know, he was still in the pocket, but he's fighting the beat. It's anger shit. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, I'm dunking on your bitch ass rap. You know what I'm saying? So, but with writing other records, I let the music tell me what to do. So sometimes, you know, when I'm in sport, athlete, there can only be one motherfucking gladiator, then I'm usually probably writing without a beat. And then the flip, or I'm writing to the most fire beat that don't belong to me. It's somebody else's record. I'm just like, yo, I want a beat like this, and I'm gonna gun it. Yeah.
And the reason why I asked that, because I could hear that. Like, there's no way that he wrote that to that beat. There's just no way. You know what I'm saying? This is my second to last question.
Yeah, no worries. Shoot it.
Have you been on a joint with somebody and you just know you tore them up?
Many times. I can't say that. I purposely that was my goal, to execute, you know, niggas, bro. I was like, fuck this nigga, bro. And it might be somebody I really love, but I'm like, yo, he gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So but then I think you get, for me, like, I kind of got it's not that I got lazy. It's just sometimes I enjoyed the moment. Is like, what's good for the record. Like, like, I got certain homeboys, I won't even name them, but I've done records, laid my verse, and then told my friends what to do. Like, okay, this is what I didn't do. I didn't go with the melody. So what I would do is I do 3 bars or 4 bars, just, you know, rhyming exactly like the violin. Then fucking rhyme like the piano right here. Now double time it here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't say no street shit for these 2 bars. If I was you, you know what I'm saying? Do some funny shit right here. Then go into shit right here. Like, I really write like that. Like, I'll do some history shit, and then but it'll remind me of some shit I saw on Star Trek. So then I went Star Trek, and I'm like, Star Trek shit. So now I got to explain to the niggas, the Star Trek meant this with the gun shit with the homies, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a brain going on in here.
That's crazy. That's like some Van Gogh artistry. Like that's how deep that was. That was real dope, man. Thank you for answering those questions. Fire.
I appreciate you.
Out to the real. That was real fire, man. Dope ass.
Yeah. So Raz, you was talking about like you had marketing issues. So like, what are you doing now this time around? You know what I'm saying, for yourself to market yourself.
Well, that's we didn't have the ability back then. You know, we talking about 10, 15 years ago. So now with the advent of the internet, you know, obviously all of us do a lot of different things. I'm not. My homies say I'm funny. You know, like I have a good personality, but I don't think I'm really funny. Like some niggas is super funny. I got friends that just make me die all day. Niggas is hilarious human beings. Like, come on, man. I'm pretty sure if you grew up with Dave Chappelle, that nigga had to be a funny ass nigga all the time. Like, yo, this nigga just dumb. Funny. Right. I'm not funny in that sense. My friends say like I'm kind of like my analyzation be funny. They're like, you be saying shit that like the elephant in the room. So I'm gonna figure out how to use that to my advantage and market that. Not necessarily with a podcast, but if I did something, you know, something, I have to figure those things out. You know, those are the kind of marketing things I want
to do. That. You should probably do the podcast. I don't want to interrupt the question.
But I mean,
it's RassKass, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I like what Wallow and Gilly did. I'm loving EFN and Nori. I'm loving what y'all doing. You know, it's like you know, some niggas made lanes. The one thing I did that I thought was dope, and then every nigga stole it, is me and Patchworks, like, before COVID, we did this shit called line for line, like bar for bar, and we would just do 16 bars, and I'd break down my 16 bars, and we did that for a whole year. It's on YouTube, and we would do it live from Patchwork, so we sit behind, you know, I'm sitting in front of the fucking SSL $1 million key, you know, SSL board, real official shit. And the goal was to grow that so then I could pick one of my favorite MCs and I'll pick one of his favorite lines, like say Rakim. I pick 16 bars from a Rakim song and let him pick one of his and let him explain those. So, but then I did the shit, we did it for a year, and instead of, you know, instead of niggas fucking with us, niggas just bit the idea. So I don't want to jump in y'all niggas lane. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all, like, niggas come up with a dope concept, and instead of saluting niggas and supporting it, niggas just kill it. So I watch mad niggas, Brando rapper, or even up niggas, but now you sitting behind a green screen, some fake ass shit. Like, nigga, we built this shit out, nigga. We sitting in a fucking $1 million room doing this shit for real to grow the brand, and then niggas just did the ghetto version, the whack version. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
Wow.
How is yeah, Cuzzo, you can keep going.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Now I wanted to know, like, so what are you doing, like, as far as like doing concerts and stuff? You gonna come out with something? You gonna do a tour? Like, you got something for the people to look forward to? Because you know we need music with substance out there. So
like I was saying, we got an album. It's called Gutter. So it's me, Havoc from Mobb Deep. Havoc did all the production.
Ooh.
And then out of Philly. So
One of the best.
Oh man, you know, this album's crazy. So we just finished it last night. I just finished last night and sent all the files, like literally. So no, this shit's crazy. And we should have the right marketing and all that. The other part is, I'm always in the city. I'm always in New York. Like, you know,
you in New York.
Niggas think I'm from New York. I like, shit, I'm gonna go where niggas love me. Niggas love bars in the city. I'll be in New York. Fuck it. I can go get some money with niggas, kick it. I love the city. So that's my second home. But hip hop exists in little pockets in America, but it ain't really the home of hip hop no more. So I don't care who it is, if it's Lord Finesse, the Big Daddy Kane, even Wu-Tang, niggas is doing more bigger, Snoop Dogg, but niggas is doing more bigger concerts in Europe. You gotta understand, Europe is like 50
a whole different market.
Day economy. Well, I'm gonna give you some real basic demographics. America is the first the #1 place for hip hop that buys hip hop. You probably wouldn't be able to guess the next two, number 2 and 3. Take a wild guess real quick. What's the #2 place that buys hip hop?
Netherlands, some shit like that.
Germany. 3rd place is France. So now let's do a new argument. America don't really buy hip hop. They buy trap shit and all this other shit. So now just off the math of that, then America ain't the #1 place for hip hop. Germany's the #1 place for hip hop, for real boom, for golden era boom bap beats, whether it's old or new. That's who's buying hip hop. It's Germany and France and Australia. Niggas turned their back on the culture because I don't know why a 50-year-old nigga would want to dance like a 13-year-old white girl and do little weird dances and be gyrating like a bitch ass nigga. But that's what they train these niggas into doing. They train these niggas into being bitch ass niggas. No disrespect, but you know, like that movement is not for a grown heterosexual man to be doing it. So these niggas lost themselves because it's in. They trick these niggas into thinking that's in to do. I said this to my sons years ago, like 12 years ago. They was talking about somebody, one of them, you know, when niggas started wearing the little leather dresses and whatever, I was like, so what? When a nigga had a man bra, but it got a holster on it, but you really got a bra, nigga, you gonna do that too? Like, that shit weird, my G. You gotta decide what's not okay. And what's not okay is to pinpoint isolate one. It's really strip club music. To do Southern strip club music, but you talk about how much you killing on Southern strip club music and you dressing and dancing like the bitches in the strip club. That shit weird. You a dude. I understand the women. I love seeing Mary J. Blige break it down sexy and do the dance. Well, nigga, you fucking 49 years old. You 5 feet tall, 220 pounds, so your belly sticking out. What the fuck you doing, bro? Niggas is out of pocket.
Talk your shit.
You make
What
the fuck you talking about, bro? Niggas, it's crazy. Why niggas is trying to rap. Hey, I'm to LA, East Coast, West Coast. Niggas run around here trying to act like they from the South. Crazy.
Yeah.
Niggas is changing their accent trying to be from the South. What the fuck is wrong with these niggas? I ain't from New York, bro. I'm a nerdy talking nigga because my mama raised me like this. I still say what the fuck I need to say, but I'm not gonna just I've been do like, you know, like purposely. Like, what kind of shit is this? This is a fucking mockery. And I'm not hating. I'm not hating on it. Just saying, if that's not what you are, then why you trying to be something you not? And
Right.
A 50, 40-year-old black man is not a 13-year-old white girl, and that's what we need to stop acting like.
Church.
Are you saying?
Facts. I agree with you. They're
Are
like
you
sheep out here. Anything
More-
that's trending, they on it.
Hold up, Ans.
Right.
Clarification on what he just said. Is there? Are you saying there's a lot of men female shit, and you just not with it?
That's what I think. I mean, that's how I see it. You know,
You said niggas got small pants
out there, and you
big
need to be
sneakers.
checked. Keep that
You
ass in mind.
a 38 big and tall, but you in a 33, nigga, slim.
Extra tight jeans and shit.
Chill.
Balls can't even breathe.
Right.
How you feel about today's rap, current events, real quick, so I can get you on record? How you feel about Young Thug?
Every time I get that question, I've had the same answer since I was getting on 25 years ago. It's always been good shit and it's always been whack shit. My biggest issue is that if we could start getting as much promotion of the good shit as we get promotion of the whack shit, we'd be better off. That's it. It's always been dope niggas, it's always been trash niggas. It's always gonna be somebody commercial. Some of the commercial shit is gonna be a little more watered down. It's more easily digestible. I get that. It's just like making a clean version. You're not a sellout if you make a clean version, because now I can play on the radio and it don't offend, you know, the parent with the kid in the car. So I understand
like Will Smith.
A version and a more marketable version of anything. I just think we need balance in our culture with this music. And right now, because they don't like, we don't control. We never controlled any aspect of it, but at least we used to make the trends. We don't even make the trends no more as a community. We follow the trends of other
trends.
Crazy.
That's true.
We used to at least
on TikTok.
So who would you work with nowadays?
Right. Who would I work with, or who do I work with?
You can answer both. Who do you?
Shit. Well,
who would you work with?
Oh no, I want to work. I mean, I'm a big,
it's pretty decent. Some of them passed the bar.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of nice MCs. Like I've worked with a lot of people. I've done a song with Kendrick before. I always tell people, like, just because you ain't heard it don't mean it don't exist. So I've fucked with a lot of, I've been in this for a couple of weeks. So I know, I've worked with a couple of these brothers, and I like all of it. I just like working with dope people, period. There's nobody in particular that I want to work with today. I always would I used to make the joke, nigga, I want to work with Jesus and the devil, nigga. That record will sell all the shit, nigga. Crazy. Nigga, that's the one that should sell all the records in the world, nigga. Get them two niggas cameo. I'm out of here. I don't want to hear that. Anybody dope, man. When you go in the studio, especially when you actually in the studio, some of my best, greatest moments for myself was being in the studio, like being there with Dre or being there with DJ Premier, going to D&D before it closed, and being able to like create on the spot.
Man,
It's like, because that chemistry, like this shit, like when I did this shit, me and OC years ago, I was a young boy, man, and just he took me to the Golden Lady, like nigga, strip club, nigga. E was stripping back then, like crazy shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Just having those memories and just writing about the shit we doing, because life is about experience. If you don't go outside, what you gonna write about?
That's true.
You was outside in the tunnel. How was that? Because I've been in the tunnel.
Bro.
Played on that. I read
many a time.
Dangerous.
Bro, I couldn't even get in the tunnel the first time I wanted to get in there, bro. I'm like a young nigga. I mean, I'm RassKass, whatever that means, but nigga, it's popping, nigga. I'm everybody. And I swear, like one of my greatest memories, nigga, I'm like, I want in, man. This shit look crazy. I want to go in there. And I'm like standing outside like a deer in the headlights, like I want to go in, but that line is down the street and I don't see no security that know me. I'm fucked. I want to go in here though. And I swear, man, I feel like I forgot. Somebody walked by that I didn't know that was a star, and they went in with the entourage popping. And I remember I was hurt, like, man, I ain't gonna stand out here too longer, man. But this shit, I gotta go in here. And I remember, man, one of my, I call it Bardom, not Stardom. I remember Pun saw me and he hit me like, you on here, man? And Pun brought me to the tunnel, nigga. I was popping. Nigga, Pun brought me in, big drinks. We up top. I had never been in a fucking unisex bathroom club, so I'm tripping. But I'm with Big Pun. And I'm like, nigga, they fucking in the bathroom. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, nigga. I'm telling nigga, I went home. It was one of my greatest memories. Like, nigga, I would go, times later after that. But that first time, having Big Pun get me in, I didn't have to take my jewelry off. Like Terror Squad gooned out, niggas, 25. Then I see, nigga, they doing the BOGO. They dance, Jamaican dance, but fucking right now. I'm like, this shit crazy. I'd never seen no shit like. I was like, I think I told my homies, this is the greatest club in life, or everybody in here is going to hell. I think I said.
I was the club ever.
Everything.
He said, everybody go there.
It was turned up. I had never seen no shit. Fucking units, and it was clear. The clear bathrooms where you just kind of fog a little bit.
Shout out to Terror Squad. Shout out to Cuban.
Salute.
That's my boy. So we
salute to
Cuban
Link.
And listen, what's your top 5?
So I don't have a top 5. Like you were saying. I have these lists of if we're talking about storytelling, history. Some people are style masters. Pharoah Monch, Busta Rhymes. They got these patterns.
That's
pattern masters.
I want to know your top 5 because you mentioned Pharoah Monch.
People mention. I couldn't name my top 5, but I'll tell you some of my favorites. KRS-One is my idol. He's my favorite. He's the person that made me think. I got a big vocabulary.
That makes sense.
So, and growing up with Watts, I didn't even realize I had a big vocabulary until I was like 12. And homies that was gang members. They, you know, they just like, they call me Baby John. I wasn't RassKass, but they was like, why do you use those big words? I didn't even know I used big words. I was like, indubitably, I don't know, cuz, or whatever it should. Stupid ass. So,
You didn't write out a dictionary or nothing, did you?
huh? What?
You didn't write out of a book or nothing, right?
No. My mom is a smart lady, man. I just picked that, you know, you pick up what you around. So my mom,
Right.
and then it wasn't
proper English.
yeah, and yeah, you know,
That's all that is.
Well, we Catholics from Louisiana,
Nice.
like, all that over talking stupid shit was gonna get smacked up in the mouth. So we knew how to clean it up, and I just never forgot. Like, you know, I just kind of talked the same way in the house as I did outside, and I actually literally started talking the same way in the house as I did outside. So I kind of the nigga in the house like I don't like fuck that. As long as I wasn't saying it to my mother, but I'd be like, fuck this, fuck that. They kind of let me get away with saying the, you know, the cuss words, and I was logical enough to say like, well, I remember I said it to my mother. I was like, I told her when I decided that I should curse. I was like 13. I was like, well, it's not what you say, it's what you mean. So what would be worse if I say I don't like this shit, or if I said I don't like you and you're not a good mother? She's like, oh. And then I got away with it. So then I'm like, really? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. But I couldn't say nothing to her. I couldn't cuss at my mother, but I could say cuss words.
Did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to Catholic school in Watts. So I got like a really good education in a really rough place. But I love it.
You're very balanced. You're very balanced.
Yeah.
That's street and book smart.
Yeah, exactly. I got a great balance. Shit, lived right up the street from Spider Loc. Spider Loc that was signed to G Unit, like literally from my grandmama's house, just straight down. I could just walk to his house. So a lot of us grew up together. Watts up to all the Watts homies. Yeah, man. I went to school. I wasn't dumb. I wasn't a dumb nigga by any measure. And I'm not saying niggas just because you're not book smart don't make you dumb. But you gotta learn some numbers and some words so you can make your life better. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what the stop sign means, you just run out and fall off the cliff, then you should have learned how to read, my nigga.
Did you?
But yeah, I was always balanced. I wasn't, you know, I got disillusioned with formal education, probably 9th grade, 10th grade. I knew they was lying to me by then. You know what I'm saying? I started getting out of the cell. So I was just like, oh, this shit full of shit.
You're ahead of the time.
Right.
Because I didn't know nothing till I was like 40. Shout out to 40. You know what I'm saying? So if you do
never
that,
too late, baby.
You're ahead of the game. You sound just like it raps. You sound ahead of the game, and I'm mad that I wasn't. So being that you work with Dr. Dre, you work with Kanye, you work with all these superstars. What's the most memorable story you have out of all of that? It don't even have to be
most memorable. This ain't my most memorable, but this is definitely a memorable story. Rest in peace, K Slay. So I preface it with that. So shit, 2000, Slay like pretty much the hottest mixtape DJ, about 2000, 2001, something like that. And my nigga Wise P from the Rangers. The Rangers had this, they was Rockefeller niggas. They if I cry, don't die, my nigga.
Heard it. I remember.
That's my nigga. So I knew Wise from Jay and all of that whole family system and behind.
Jay for a summer or a year or something.
I stayed for a summer, so like 3-4 months with Jay. So long story short, fast forward, now we would on mixtape shit. I gotta do single. My single is. I'm gonna roll this into 2 different stories though. I performed the single on this radio show. It's Moni Love hosting. It was starring Buck Wild, and I performed this song produced by Alchemist. It's called Home Sweet Home. And so then I give it to K Slay, like, you got one, and he puts it on the mixtape. New shit, RassKass, da 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 da. That would literally 8 months later be Jada Kisses We Gonna Make It. It was already my song. It was already out on the K Slay mixtape.
I was like, before we leave.
So it was already proven that it was my record. Not that the Locks did anything wrong. It's just that Alchemist is a liar. So I was just putting that out there. But the good part of the story was, now fast forward about, maybe a year later, they got to do Times Square, Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, probably 50. Yeah, 52, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, they got to do Times Square. They got to do the tunnel, which is crazy. First time ever. So it's Nate Dogg still alive. Everybody's still alive. And they got to do the tunnel. And I'm in the city. So they asked me, who do we got to check for? We doing Hot 97. Should we even do this tunnel shit? I'm like, nigga, the tunnel is the truth, nigga. You kill yourself. You don't do the tunnel, nigga. West Coast, nigga, that's the most gangster real nigga. Shit like going to the pen, nigga. They searching, nigga.
Do it.
Open your mouth, niggas want to look under you. I'm like, on some West Coast shit, nigga, that shit platinum. I want to rock the tunnel, nigga. That a tunnel banger, that shit. So one of the great, my memory is that whole opportunity with Slay. I sent them to Slay. They showed up and went to Harlem and did Slay's mixtape. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg went to Harlem and did that on my recommendation. And I also, before we went to the tunnel, I filmed. I had a camcorder. I used to always, I was almost like reality TV before reality TV. I used to walk around with a camcorder, just because the shit was surreal. I had done it before. It just because it was surreal. Nobody in my family did music, so to meet these niggas and that legends and shit was just like tripping. I'm like, shit. So I would just kind of carry it like this, like a bird on my shoulder, and just kind of film all the shit around me. But I filmed Dre smoking the Chronic. You've never seen Dr. Dre smoke weed. Look, there's no picture of Dr. Dre smoking weed.
Is it on YouTube?
No, I lost it at the tunnel. I put it down in the bathroom on some dumb shit, drunk, and walked out and get back, and the shit was gone. I tripped. I had the footage of Drake, so we was all in the hotel room to go to the tunnel. Nate Dogg and Trey D playing dominoes, Eminem going over his rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Dre smoking weed, Exhibit drinking Hennessy. We all in the room, and Nate Dogg. That footage fucking like unreplaceable, bro. And I every once in a while I have the nightmares about that. But that was one of my greatest memories, was that whole experience. Being able to support my home and support my homie, like sending Dre and them to fuck with K Slay, because Slay was always supporting me, and the West rocking the tunnel, but everybody, all that star power showing up, all that West Coast power, and New York not booing niggas going up. Shit was magic. I was on the stage too, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't had no mic. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was dope. Just watching like watching those worlds meet. And it wasn't no problem. Like the most gangster shit, gangster club in New York with, the big stars of the West Coast, and being a part of that, man, it just felt good.
And listen, man, you shared that right here, and you shared it at the right time. Angie, ask what you got to ask, please.
Oh, yes. Like I just said, like, y'all got home safe, no shooting. Like, how do you feel like what's going on with all of these mass shooting? Shit is crazy.
Man,
they just passed the law talking about how they, you got to be 21 now to buy a gun. But it's like, how do you feel about what's going on in our country with that shit?
I feel like this, man. You ain't gonna like it, but I don't have no problem with gun laws. I think there's a problem with how they give black men fucking felonies early on, so we can't have guns legally in the first place. I got a problem with that. I also have another problem with black niggas get mad and shoot each other. White people shoot at everybody, and they usually start shooting the niggas. So our problem is we need to stop shooting us, and we need to start shooting back. Police shoot us unarmed. The white nigga get mad, and he erases, and he shoot all the black old people, and then we get mad at each other over you stepped on my shoe, and we shoot each other. What's not making sense here? Niggas keep getting shot. The other niggas need to get shot.
That was a good point. And Cousin Ange, I want you to keep going because this is good. But I want to know, what do you got to say about the white people because this is what we always get asked. As soon as we talk about violence, white people killing us or oppressing us, they want to say, well, you killing each other. What is your answer to that?
That's apples and oranges. But again, I just did say we need to look in the mirror and say, what's the disconnect here? Again, police shoot us, gets away with it. The racist goes in and kills 20 people and they protect him and walk him out without kicking him in the face, let alone shooting him. Unarmed nigga gets shot by the police. Mass murderer gets walked out in handcuffs by the police, and then we get mad at each other over stepping on each other's shoes or bitch or over some dope, and then we murk each other out. The obvious thing that I keep saying is niggas keep dying, and we gonna have to decide what's wrong with that picture.
Everything.
Make somebody
wrong with that,
say, and it probably will stop happening. So, common sense gun laws work. That you should help. I mean, look, I'm gonna say this. You're usually your psychopath, your serial killer tends to be 18 to 38 white male. I don't see the police pulling over white niggas all day like, hey, you look like a serial killer. But they'll stop.
That needs to be said.
Our life's uncomfortable in every way possible wherever we're at, and so until we decide that enough is a fucking enough. And I mean, and I'm gonna say this too, and this is not gonna be probably not gonna go over well, but you know, you stop idolizing these chocolate covered crackers that don't give a fuck about you. You support these black niggas that got theirs and don't give a fuck about nobody else. Fuck them. If these motherfuckers got power, money, and all that, and they too busy telling you how many cars they got, but they don't give a fuck about nobody else. Stop. You're not picking the right heroes. Obviously, I say you should have picked me. All these other niggas y'all put on these fucking pedestals. Niggas is birds. Niggas is CIA plants. Niggas is all kinds of shit. Niggas is snitches. Niggas run you right off the goddamn cliff into self-destruction. You should have picked me off top. Pick some better heroes, niggas.
Yeah,
Niggas, I'm with that.
Like you look at platforms like 6ix9ine and
right.
You know, like that don't even make any sense. Like you got all these followers and you're on some real fuckboy shit.
Right.
But you know, that's
we keep supporting these niggas.
I don't want to talk about snitching. He raped women.
We could break all these niggas, put them there. We could take them off they pedestals. We got to start, you know, economic sanctions, nigga. What they do to Haiti, economic sanctions, nigga. I put that in the rhyme, nigga. Don't like your politics. I don't support your shit. We need real black leadership, not these niggas on this diva shit.
That's some good shit.
That's definitely fact.
What's your thoughts on
this? What's your thoughts on this RICO charge against Young Thug? Because they got him on some serious shit. Like he
no, the specifics. I don't know the specifics. I don't like seeing nobody
get other black people that look just like him. You feel me? Like what you feel about that? Because he has a platform where he can make a difference, but now he's in jail on RICO charges. Like
I don't want to make this about Young Thug. I don't know, bro, like that. But my whole shit is, look, I can only speak about like my cousin, BMF. If you keep telling niggas you sell coke and you sell coke, that's your fault.
Right?
I'm sorry.
So I don't feel
so good. It sounded good.
Because they really snitching on themselves because he got
so I don't.
And
like I said, I don't want to talk about dudes,
and I don't wish nothing. Reading his own words.
Right. Well, I mean, nobody expects Sylvester Stallone to really be Rocky or Rambo. So I think it's wrong to use niggas' raps, your artistic shit against you, unless you saying it was 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Then I shot that nigga at the Jack in the Box, and then the niggas. Really
that's what they're doing.
Jack in the Box.
That's what the fuck they're doing, though. Like that's why they're reading it. Like
for those types of niggas, I don't know about Young Thug specifically, but again, if you sell coke, don't be mad when the police catch you because you got on TV and said, I sell kilos, and then they say, well, then we found some kilos in your car. You dummy.
Like you said, is what
I'm
you
only
did.
laughing because you've been in trouble so you can talk. So I'm always laughing.
Own up to your shit. You
When
said
you
what
hear it,
you do. You know this shit's illegal, so what are you doing?
I try not to speculate on other people's shit because I don't know what their story is, but a lot of these bros, if you out here getting active like that, you gotta stop. You can't be talking about that shit no more.
They don't know how to. They don't know how to.
But
you know what?
Now we put
You know what I'm know how to do at 5 million? I'm shutting the fuck up. I might not even live here no more. 5 million liquid, out of here. Fuck y'all, nigga. I got a farm somewhere in motherfucking Portugal or something. These niggas dumb. And that's nigger living. You know what I'm saying? Live like a nigga, you gonna die like a nigga, bro. You gotta start living like black men. Time to grow up.
Stop being ignorant.
Right.
They for sure snitching on themselves. They be snitching on themselves.
So listen. We had RassKass. Thank you, my brother. You're
man, I had a
wonderful. You're a beautiful, wonderful motherfucker, and I say that with love.
Talented.
Yo,
Angie,
I appreciate
CO
you.
Gold. Say, give a shout out to RassKass.
Shout out
and
to
RassKass.
Salute, season 3. Highly dysfunctional.
Season 3. We working on it.
We had a blast, y'all. If you didn't tune in, you better check us right now. Where we at? Where we at? On YouTube, or where we gonna be at from here on?
Gonna be everywhere. We right now on the page, but it's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, all you gotta do is do some of them excerpts. Post them little excerpts. We gonna go viral for one of them. I done pissed somebody off. I know it already.
Yeah, I already know. You said a whole lot, and man, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I appreciate that shit. You said it right here on
on that shit.
Angie, show love to RassKass. CO
Salute to Raz. Salute to the guys. All good. Thank you.
Salute.
Peace of love, my brother.
Peace of love, my brother.
Don't be following. Waiting
yes,
for
let's build.
Gonna be there posting.
And I'm looking forward to your new joint too.
Thank you.
That's facts. We need substance.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is RassKass, and you are tuned in to the real highly dysfunctional, insane in the membrane. What's up?
I love it. Thank you, my brother. You're the greatest. And we're gonna be back because we're gonna be bigger than Vlad. We're gonna be bigger than all that.
Let's go.
CO Gold.
That was fire.
We do this on impulse. Thank you, my brother. I can't wait to chop this information up. You've been a beautiful, brother. I can't even talk about it. Thank you.
Peace. I'm like, we came to shut it down. I'm like, we came to shut it down. I'm like, we came to shut it down. Nah, I don't need no help.